So how did the most insanely massive, like infinitely complex cosmic theory ever conceived by human minds end up fusing perfectly with the absolute simplest spiritual practice imaginable?
Right. I mean, just calling a name, it is honestly the ultimate combo, and it's such a wild mystery.
Yeah, and welcome to today's deep dive, where we are trying to solve that exact mystery. We're going to explore what might be the biggest philosophical plot twist in history.
Oh, absolutely. And to do that, we have this incredible stack of ancient Chinese commentaries, plus, modern scholarly analyses.
Yeah, we are talking about the profound works of some absolute heavyweights in Buddhist history.
Right, these brilliant masters people who laid down the framework for this massive cosmic fusion we're talking about today.
Our mission for this deep dive is to trace how a hyper-complex philosophy didn't just, learn to coexist with a simple practice, but actually concluded in it, like a centuries-long setup for the ultimate spiritual shortcut.
Yeah, it's like this epic, centuries-long foreshadowing payload. And to really appreciate the sheer scale of this dramatic history, we have to look at the dawn of it all.
Okay, lay it on me.
So the puzzle pieces arrive in China completely separately. You have these legendary translators, guys like Lokak Samadhi and Buddhapadra.
Right. And what exactly are they bringing over?
Well, on one hand, you have the Prachapana Samadhi Sutra, which introduces this really early foundational practice called Standing Buddha Samadhi Uchar.
Okay, and that's the simple one, right?
Exactly. It's grounded in very direct, simple chanting. But then on the entirely opposite end of the spectrum, you have the arrival of the massive 60-fascicle of Avatamsaka Sutra Panaris.
Right. I mean, the difference in scale there is just hilarious to me. You've got simple, focused chanting versus, well, what is the sixth fascicle Avatamsaka Sutra actually about?
It is the ultimate cosmic textbook. It introduces the Dharma Dhatu, which is basically the infinite, all-encompassing realm of reality. Later masters, like Fazong, map this out using theories like the 10 mysterious gates and Indra's net.
Indra's net, yes. This is where my brain always starts doing backflips.
Right. Imagine an infinite net stretching out into the cosmos, and at every single intersection of the threads, there is a multifaceted jewel.
And because it's infinite, there's literally an infinite number of jewels.
Exactly. Now, if you look at the polished surface of just one jewel, you see the reflection of every other jewel in the entire net.
So it captures everything.
Yes. And each of those reflected jewels is also reflecting all the other jewels, infinitely mirroring each other forever. Every single phenomenon perfectly contains every other phenomenon.
So to make this relatable for you listening, think of it like a cosmic VR space or like a true fractal hologram.
Oh, I love that analogy.
Yeah, like if you zoom into a single pixel of this cosmic code, you don't just find a tiny piece of the universe. You find the entire code of the universe perfectly replicated inside that one pixel.
That is exactly it. And a bit later, Master Chengguan takes this architecture and refines it into his four-part theory, culminating in the unimpeded interpenetration.
Unimpeded interpenetration. So that means the absolute ultimate truth and everyday reality are just flowing into each other, completely unobstructed.
Precisely. They aren't two separate things. The infinite truth is physically manifested in everyday phenomena.
Okay, this is a beautiful way to view reality. Really awe-inspiring. But I have a huge red flag here.
Uh-oh, what is it?
How on earth is a regular person supposed to actually practice this without their brain completely melting? Like, if I sit down and try to contemplate infinite multidimensional universes, I'm going to have a complete existential crisis.
And that is exactly the problem. It's an incredibly overwhelming intellectual hurdle. But this is where we reach the development era, what I like to call the big twist.
Ooh, the plot thickens.
It really does. So we get a new updated translation, the 40-fascicle Avatamsaka Sutra, translated by the great Prajna Tripitaka master and theorized by Chengguan Ro.
Okay, and what does this new version add to the mix?
It includes the Samantabhadra's vows chapter, and this is a major canon event in Buddhist text history.
A canon event. Wait, who is Samantabhadra?
Samantabhadra is the absolute super elite bodhisattva of this cosmic framework, the ultimate representation of universal practice.
Okay, so if this was a modern company, he's basically the CEO of the global megacorp.
Exactly, the
Yeah.
highest of the high. And in this chapter, this absolute super elite bodhisattva suddenly vows to be reborn in the Pure Land.
Wait, what?
Yes.
The guy who represents the infinite, complex, multi-dimensional Indra's net wants to go to the Pure Land, the realm built on simple chanting.
Yes. It's like the CEO of the megacorp suddenly showing up to work on the factory floor. It sent shockwaves through the philosophical landscape.
But why? I mean, Pure Land Buddhism it's breathtakingly simple, right?
Completely. You just focus on Amitabha Buddha and chant his name to be reborn in his pure land, an environment perfectly optimized for enlightenment.
Right. You go from contemplating infinite fractal universes to literally just repeating a single name. It feels like going from studying advanced quantum mechanics to just, I don't know, flipping a light switch.
It really does seem that way on the surface.
So why would the greatest, most elite minds of the era even entertain both of these concepts at the same time? Aren't they total opposites?
See, that is the genius of the integration era. The shift to the simple wasn't a compromise or a dumbing down. It was a profound realization.
Okay, break that down for me.
Well, figures like Yongming Yanshou, in his crucial text, the Wanshan Tongguiji, started really connecting these massive ideas
And how did he connect them?
through the concept of the one mind. You see, Chengguan had already theorized that the massive cosmic web wasn't just some abstract thing floating out in space. It is inherently tied to the mind itself.
Ah, so the infinite cosmos is generated by the mind.
Exactly. The mind is the architect. So you can't just passively think about the universe to understand it. You have to actively experience it through focused practice.
Right, so you can't just have head knowledge. But how does understanding that the universe is in the one mind lead us specifically to chanting a single name?
That brings us to the climax of our history. Master Yunqi Zhuhong finally cracks the code completely.
Oh, here we go. The ultimate hack.
Yes. In his Amitabha Sutra commentary on Oidi Yunqi Zhuhong, Forsasang, brings everything together flawlessly. He quotes the Avatamsaka Sutra itself, which says, "Where the Tathagata resides, all the pure assemblies dwell within it."
Let me just jump in to clarify for the listener really quick. The Tathagata is another title for the Buddha. So where the Buddha resides, all other realms are contained inside it.
Precisely. And Yunqi Zhuhong, maps this directly to Amitabha and the Pure Land.
Wait, really?
Yeah, because the ultimate rule of the universe is one is many and many is one. Unimpeded interpenetration.
Okay, I see where this is going.
So if every single jewel perfectly contains the entire net, then Amitabha's Pure Land contains every other realm in existence.
Wow.
And the name of Amitabha inherently contains the entirety of the Pure Land.
Oh my gosh, because the part contains the whole.
Exactly. When you chant that single name with absolute undivided focus, with one-minded, you aren't ignoring the complex universe. You are holding the entire universe within that single word.
That completely blows my mind. Because if every single pixel contains the whole code base, you don't need to read a trillion lines of code. Chanting the name is literally like executing a single perfect line of code that runs the infinitely complex program. You are basically hacking into the truth of the entire universe just by focusing on that one single point.
You've got it. That's the beauty of it. It proves that the most complex philosophy didn't have to be watered down for regular people.
It just followed its own logic.
Exactly. It logically concluded that the ultimate truth has to be found in the most accessible practice.
That is incredible. You don't need to hold the vastness of the universe in your head to tap into its power. Pure Land Buddhism is the complex philosophy in action.
It truly is.
Which, leaves us with a pretty provocative thought to haul over.
Oh, what's that?
Well, think about your own life for a second. We are all constantly distracted, right? Trying to hold a million intersecting thoughts and tabs and anxieties in our heads all at once.
Oh, constantly.
But if perfectly focusing on just one single thing, like a chanted name, inherently contains the infinite complexity of the entire universe, what happens when you apply that level of singular, undivided focus to the mundane tasks in your own daily life?
Like folding the laundry or just walking to work.
Yeah. Could a single moment of complete, undivided attention be your own personal access point to the infinite? It's definitely something to think about the next time you feel overwhelmed by the sheer complexity of everything around you.
That is a really powerful way to look at it.
Finally, we have a brief apology and a request. Here at AI Buddhism University, we try our best to minimize the mispronunciation of complex Buddhist terminology. But due to the limitations of AI technology, some occasional errors might slip through. Please forgive us. If you have any advice on how to improve the AI's pronunciation, we would love to borrow your wisdom, so please let us know in the comments. We will continue to cover fascinating topics like biographies of great monks, sutra explanations, and the hidden history of Buddhism. So we are also waiting for your topic requests in the comments. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. We'll see you in the next explanation. Thank you for listening.